Blessings. We are back with another video. Before we begin, a couple quick announcements. First and foremost, I want to start putting out there the Black Magic Essentials 101. It's a one-day conference and seminar that will take place the second weekend in August. Can't recall the date. The post is up. It's the second Saturday in August. It is up. You can sign up for it. Black Magic Essentials 101 will be a one-day conference / seminar. It's 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours with a break in between. It'll be an all-day Saturday event. You can sign up for it. Information to sign up is on all the platforms. Primordial Chaos 9 on Instagram. It's on the Primordial Chaos Facebook platform. It's on the YouTube platform. In the community section, you can sign up and register now. You can pay by PayPal or you can pay by Cashapp. The conference is $56. That's for the whole entire conference / seminar. If you're a Patreon member, it is $50. You get a little bit of a discount, and that's a great price for what I'm going to be doing on that day for 4 to 5 hours. All right, so that's Black Magic Essentials 101. You can sign up for it now. The post is up. How to sign up is on all the platforms. Again, easy. Just send me an email titled Black Magic Essentials 101. You can send your payment, again, right to my Cash App or to my PayPal. All that information is on all the platforms in the description boxes of all the videos. All right. If you're interested in a spiritual reading or a consultation, I offer, as you guys know, various different readings: Telepathic Demonic readings, Santa Muerte readings, Egyptian Oracle readings, deity readings to see what spirits, gods, goddesses, and demons walk with you. I also offer shadow work readings, which is always a great thing to do. Shadow work is always something that you should be working on consistently in mastering the shadow and the hidden self. Or maybe you're just interested in a spiritual consultation. Just want to be clear, a consultation is not a reading. I know I say this all the time. I might sound like a broken record. I say it because people still get confused. I don't want you to sign up for a consultation and you think it's a reading. It's two different things. A spiritual reading is doing a divination session where we're contacting the spirits, doing a reading, whether it's something general or specific. A consultation is just that. It's like you go to a lawyer for a consultation. You're coming to me for a spiritual consultation. Anything you want to discuss, spiritual matters, this, that, or the other. I told you, most people just come with a list of questions, and it's just a back and forth question and answer session. Some focus on specific things. That's up to you. Whichever one, just want to be clear on that. If you're interested in booking a reading or a consultation, shoot me an email, khnum19@gmail.com. Please send me your time zone you're in and a full weekly availability, and we can make that happen. All right, 7th annual Journey of the Black Adept Conference will be October 31st to November 3rd right here in Hollywood, Florida, South Fort Lauderdale. We got some stuff planned. We got some new presenters already on deck. We're going to have 2 already that have never presented in the first 6 years we've been doing it. It's going to be a great 4-day event, meet and greet, classes, workshops, group dinners, hanging out, some fun. We've had some fun over the years doing this, a lot of fun. So if you want to sign up, we're going to be opening that up soon at the end of the month. You'll be able to sign up for that. So that's coming soon. So mark your calendars, October 31st to November 3rd. Don't forget to check out all the social media platforms. Primordial Chaos 9, all one word, on Instagram. Primordial Chaos, 2 words, on Facebook. And Primordial Chaos 3, primordialchaos3.com on TikTok. Or you can just Google or just search Primordial Chaos. It should come right up. That's the best way to keep up with all the platforms and to keep up with all the information, classes, updates, events, announcements. Pretty much everything I'm doing is on those platforms, so support those platforms to keep up to date what's going on. Also, don't forget to check out the Primordial Chaos podcast, available on Spotify, all major podcast platforms. The direct link to the podcast, the direct link to all the social media pages, my contact email address, and then last but not least, the Patreon page. Almost forgot that. The Patreon page, if you want to sign up for classes, go to patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti, tier 3. That's the tier you want to join. It's going to give you access to the 3 private classes I do every month on Patreon. In addition to the group ritual we do at the end of the month. All the classes, if you want to see what I do offer, you can go to the page, to the collection section. You will see all the ongoing classes with the constant content and ongoing material, new classes being added all the time. If you're looking for something to take that next step, you really want to, live this path, because like I say, this is a way of life. It's not just a spiritual path that you just do when it's convenient for you. Like some people have a religion, or this is a way of life. If you really want to live, eat, breathe, and sleep this, and get on that path to self-mastery and master yourself, self-mastery, check it out. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Patreon.com/Baniti, tier 3. All those links are in the description box of this video. So what I want to really talk about in this short tutorial is the Black Magic Essentials 101 workshop, seminar. What is it about? I wanted to make a video to promote this, put this out there, kind of give you a general idea of what we're going to be covering. And it came to me as I was just, sitting around pondering. I think I'm going to do like 4 of these workshops a year. I think 1 for each, part of the seasons or equinoxes. 1 in the spring, 1 in the fall, winter, and the summer. To take the time really and more focus these particular sessions on hands-on work type of stuff, and indulging a little bit deeper on an internal level, how to work with the spirits. Because as I said before, work, the body, listen people, I can't stress to you enough how that's the key. Okay? I know you hear me say all the time, I say it all the time because I don't think, not everybody's getting it. Look, you could read 1,000,000 books, that's cool. As I've said many times before, I love books, I collect books. Like many of you, I have a huge archive and library of books, whether it's hard copy or digital. You got to study, you got to enhance your knowledge. I get all that. But the shit is for naught if you can't apply that knowledge and put it into use so you can get results to transform your life. That's what these seminars are going to be focusing on. I mean, all the work, all the classes, that's the goal. Don't get me wrong. That's the goal. That's what I'm trying to show you guys over the years. The importance, if you really want to be on this path and you really want to grow and you really want to become the best you can be on those 5 points of self-mastery that I developed the Patreon page on, which that's what the pentagram, the imposed face of Baphomet represents. It's everything we're trying to become. And matter of fact, we might call this the Baphomet series, these seminars, because that's what you're trying to do, to become the alchemical symbol of what Baphomet represents. Equilibrium, harmony, the infusion and the harmonization of divine masculine and divine feminine energy, right? Understanding all the elements, the chakra systems, the raising of the kundalini, right? This is going to give you a greater understanding, one, of yourself and your position and where you are at as your role as the center of your multiverses, right? Not universes, your multiverses. Because you are a multi-dimensional being. It's just we've lost track of this through mass systems of indoctrination. See, this path is about going beyond the mortal physical realm. It's about understanding the mundane world and the mundane self. Because if you don't understand the mundane world and the mundane self, you're not going to really be able to master the shadow of the hidden self. Because in your mundane existence is where you've inherited, unfortunately, a lot of fucked up things that are holding you back. Ritual work is for the sole purpose of transforming yourself on all levels. I can't stress that enough. We don't just do ritual work, 1, just to be doing it, 2, because, it's a cool thing. Or we don't just, take on a spiritual path. This is a commitment. This is a lifelong commitment. And this is why a lot of people don't last on this path, because, as I said before, you can bullshit your way through a lot of other paths and systems. This one you can't. Okay? And sometimes people use their spiritual path, their spirit, it could be their religion, their whatever system spiritually they subscribe to, they use it as a crutch to lead on, or they use it to hide behind to avoid dealing with their insecurities and fears. I've seen this shit so many times. I've watched people come on this path that think they're ready. Because this, like I said, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what system you're on. When you come here, there's nowhere else you can go after this. If you come on this path and leave, anything you leave to 100,000%, you're taking a step backwards. So some people get on this path and they start uncovering the real them, and it frightens them. And it uncovers things that they didn't know were there. Things they don't really understand, so fear sets in. Insecurity sets in. And then they usually jump back into something that makes them feel very comfortable and cozy. I can't tell you guys, I've said it many times over the years, I've seen so many gung-ho motherfuckers come on this path. They gung-ho, they come in, I'm so dark, I'm an occultist, I'm left-hand path, I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. And 9 out of 10 times, it's the mouthy ones, the ones that profess to be so dark and heavy, and they're the first ones out of here. Okay? It's the first ones out of here. Because this is serious business. This isn't a path, if you're uncertain of. Look, there's always uncertainty when you start anything new because you got to figure things out. I'm not talking about that uncertainty. But if you think you're going to dibble-dabble, I've watched people who come on this path and they dibble-dabble and they hurt themselves bad. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They scar themselves. And then they run back into doing some comfortable shit. And that's okay. Maybe you needed to do that and experience that because that's where you needed to see that you belonged. And I get it. No worries. But Black Magic Essentials 101 is going to show you things to be aware of. I don't want to say precautions because that's not the right word. Things you need to be prepared for, to deal with. Some things you've heard before, some things you haven't. Even a lot of the things people have heard, like always be prepared for change. That's the number one thing. If somebody would ask me, what advice would you give me as I first come on this path, say in my first year or two, what is the number one thing you would say that I need to be prepared for? And I would say change. I say it all the time. I think people completely underestimate the level of change they will experience working this path. A lot of them say out the gate, I know, I've read. You can read up all you want on it. It doesn't prepare you fully for what you're going to experience and go through. I want to make that clear. And this is why I'm saying, understand to the degree to what level books can take you, but books cannot help you with assimilating your life experiences and the changes that are going to come through those life experiences. That's the thing I keep telling people is the number one thing to be ready for. Because remember, a host of these spirits, gods and demons that we work with on this path, they're about bringing very intense change. Change is something we need. Remember, if nothing changes, it becomes dead. People that stay in the same systems of spirituality, regurgitating the same shit over and over, not making any change, they become mentally dead. Anything that doesn't change dies. Okay? Even death is a form of transformation and change. Right? But some people can stay in a state of stasis and stagnation, which can be, if you don't understand true stasis and stagnation, can be very detrimental and toxic to your spiritual growth. Okay? So, look. If you're looking to get a better understanding how to work magic effectively, how to create rituals, how to work your craft, and again, create them and do workings and rituals that are in accordance with your needs. That's another thing I'm going to focus on in this particular workshop / seminar. I'm going to focus on, and I say this all the time and it goes over people's heads, are you creating that ritual work for your needs? First and foremost, before you start getting all into the other stuff. casting spells for riches and love and this and that. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't serve a purpose, and some people that are doing it, if you're doing it and you're in that place in your life where you've addressed things that need to be addressed first, fine, no problem. I'm not talking to people that are doing. I don't want people to hear me say that and go, "Oh, so you're saying you can't come on this path and work love spells and money spells?" Of course you can. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you are doing that and you got some other critical needs and issues going on in your life that you're not addressing, then yes, you're incorrect for doing that. That's not something you should be focused on in the moment. Because so many people, I see this all the time, so many people who come on this path and they may work an area in love or finance, and they've got some serious, maybe psychological things going on, personal problems, family matters, relationship issues, could be career, it could be, and they go set out to create a ritual to do one working, and it goes completely south on them and blows up in their face and directs them to something else that's more critical. And then they get frustrated. I don't know what happened. It didn't work. It created more problems. No, it's not that it created more problems. The spirits were trying to take you into the direction you needed to see to show you that this is more important or critical right now in your life. Because I hear people go, "I don't understand. I did a work for this. And why did it completely take me to this shit here?" Because the spirits were letting you know while you're focusing on this stuff, you got some deeper shit brewing, as they say in the kitchen, and you're not handling it. So I want to show you guys how to work magic effectively in accordance with your own needs. So that will do it collectively, but that's going to vary on an individual basis. You will have to know how to apply that to yourself. Because not all of us are in the same situation. We all got life shit going on. Yes, I'm sure we all got similarities to some of the stuff we got going on, but it's all unique in the sense that everybody, has their own stuff that is going on that they need to address and take care of. And it's not all quite the same. And this is why exclusively, and I'm going to talk about that too. So I know some people get into that exclusivity category where they pick up part of the path that they love and they want to be exclusively this or that. Now, I don't tell people what they should and should not do. I don't recommend that though. Because as gods and goddesses, governors and rulers of our spiritual sovereignty, I don't think a god or a goddess can be exclusive or limit themselves to anything. This is why I don't really subscribe to titles. This is why you always hear me use the term describing this path as the path of self-mastery. I don't like to give it certain terms and terminology because then that keeps you in the box and it keeps you connected to spiritual systems and dogmas. That's why I don't like to give ourselves titles on this path, because we are all of those systems, and all of those systems are us. Okay? So I know some people come on the path and they just want to be vampire magicians or necromancers or Luciferians, or they just want to work with the clip hop. Now again, maybe that's your choice. Maybe that's what you want to do. But if you want to be on the and deal with everything the path of self-mastery embodies, if you want to be on this path correctly, you can't limit yourself to just one or two particular systems. Okay? Doesn't mean, as I've said before, yes, you're going to gravitate to other spiritual systems, more than others. I get that. You're going to work other systems more than others, and there's nothing wrong with that. What I am saying to be cautious of, don't get into like one particular thing. Oh, this is it. This is what I am. And sometimes people are doing that unknowingly, and really what that is a reflection of, you're trying to be safe and secure again. To truly be a master on this path, okay, you'll never feel 100% comfortable. And I don't say that in a bad way. When I say comfortable, I mean more so complacent. You will never have to worry about being complacent, because there's always something to explore, something to learn, something you need to do to master yourself. That's why. Okay? People that want to be comfortable, stay in dogmas, spiritual systems, religions, and philosophies that are going to adhere to your comfortableness. Okay? That's the key component to understand. And also goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video, some of the root causes of why people go back and leave, this path, because they need to feel comfortable. Or they have to find an excuse to justify their comfortableness. Look, if you understand primordial chaos, if you understand chaos magic, if you understand chaos energy, there's nothing comfortable about it. Only warriors adapt, can harness, master chaos energy. Not a lot of people can do it because it's not an easy thing. You deal with the reality of things for what they are, and it strips away a lot of the illusions of what you might think they are. And that's kind of sometimes what chases people back to what they were doing. All right. But anyway, not to elaborate too much more, I just wanted to kind of do this quick tutorial about Black Magic Essentials 101, the Baphomet series. I think that's what we're going to call it. That's what it's going to be about. So if you want to really participate, if you really want to take this, your path to that next level, if you're really trying to upstep your game, and you want more of a hands-on approach, because like I said, there's a lot of shit out there, but there's not a lot of hands-on approach stuff. All right. So that's what this one-day event will be about. Again, if you want to sign up, that information is available on the Primordial Chaos 9 Instagram, Primordial Chaos Facebook, Primordial Chaos TikTok, right here in the community section on YouTube. It's real simple. You just shoot me an email with your name. After you register and pay, you just go on PayPal, my PayPal or my Cash App. When you make your payment, just put it's for the Black Magic Essentials 101 conference, and then shoot me an email to let me know that you paid and the name that you paid under. Please be clear, because I know sometimes people have different names, for their PayPals and their Cash Apps. It's hard for me to keep up with it if it doesn't match. Make sure you match the name with your pay. When you send me the email, say, this is how I paid under that name. Put it in that email. Also put a note on the payment, what it's for. That also helps. You can reserve your spot today. All right? So all I wanted to kind of touch on, that's going to wrap it up. Again, if you need to reach out to me for a spiritual reading or consultation, you want to sign up for classes, the social media platforms, the Black Adept Conference, my contact email. You got the Black Magic Essentials 101 seminar, workshop. It's not really a conference. It's more of a one-day seminar, workshop type of thing. All that information is in the description box of this video that you're watching. I appreciate you guys. Infernal blessings. Talk soon.